Hi guys, Mr. Matters here. Just wanted to give a quick tip. I did a video a little while ago where I didn't finish the job completely out, so I was going back to finish that job correctly. So I wanted to give you some tips on what I did to correct my own mistakes and to make sure everything was secured. I did this the 06 G6. I got the 3900 V6 in it. Put a new rack and pinion in there and power steering. What came out is that the steering wheel did not get set properly. So I'm going in, I'm resetting that. At the same time, the inner tie rods. Got new tie rod ends, outer tie rod, right? It's your inner tie rod, right? Your inner tie rod, when you put this back together, unfortunately, the guy sent me one which he took the inner tie rods off. My first time, didn't know, putting those back on, there's a little tab on each side. You can see it. There's a little tab there that you're supposed to beat inwards and use it as a locking tab. Once I got this thing out on the road to test drive it, it started rubbing a little bit, and what was happening was that this little tab keeps your inner tie rod from vibrating loose and starting to unravel. That's what was going on. So if you're driving and you haven't did anything to your rack and pinion, and you get a lot of rubbing on the, I'll show you here. You take your tire off to look at where it's rubbing. If you've got rubbing in the front, you see right here? I don't know if you can see it. See that rubbing right there, evidence? What's going on is that because this, your rack and your tie rods and everything are extended too far out, because it's beginning to loosen up and come back down the thread. It will bring more leeway on this side, so the wheel will turn forward, and you see that turn, it turns the wheel into the wheel well, and that's where you get that rubbing from. So if you're getting rubbing in either of your wheel wells in that area, then you might want to go and have your inner tie rods checked. If you are a DIYer like myself, then you'll go and get a new set of inner tie rods. And what you want to do is once you get them in, you will want to run either a long screwdriver. I'm going to use my crowbar and a hammer. And you want to go in and push those indentions in once everything is secured. And that way, when you do your steering, you won't have to worry about it coming loose. I'm not going to do the whole job. There's plenty of videos, guys, showing the different jobs about doing a rack and pinion and stuff like that. Power steering and cables and all that, that's fine. I even have a couple of videos myself. But this is to make sure that when you're doing the job, that you finish it correctly by making sure those tabs are pressed in. Now, in order to get that in there to the torque spec, I haven't got that far yet, so I don't have the spec pulled up, so I can't tell you that. You'd have to look it up for your vehicle. But to get your tie rod in, you're going to need a tie rod tool. That's this. This is the master inner set, so it's got all of the different sleeves. Let me turn it over here. All the different sleeve sizes for the tie rod. Now I'll show you here. What this does. I got to get it off. But you slide this plastic off, and there's grooves on each side which fit into the appropriate arm. And then you'll take this, whichever one you're using, you'll go ahead and put it in place, and then you'll slide this over top of it. All right, you'll slide that over top of it. Then you'll click it into place. Rotate that little tab there. All right, click it into place, and it'll hold so it won't pull back. It will slip forward, but it won't pull back on you. And you can take that, put your impact wrench, put your breaker bar or your torque wrench in there, and show you right here. Just slide it down in, and then you use your wrench to tighten it to spec. Once you got it tightened to torque spec, then you can go ahead and press those tabs like I was saying. And once they're pressed, then you can go ahead and line everything back up. You see I've got my white paint to show me where to put my my nuts back at when I put the outer tie rods back on, so I can save my alignment as best as possible. And those are my tips. So I hope that if you're doing a job, this will save you some time and make sure that you're safe on the road. Once again, it's Mr. Meadows. Have a good day.